stock market update for January the 19th. So first things first, I just want to point out to you that the US stock markets are closed today. So just be aware of that. But interestingly enough, for people who are outside of the US trading on IG index, you can actually still trade the kind of US 500. It's still based off the futures prices. And I just want to point out the futures prices straight away. You can see today they're down 1%. So even though the US markets are closed, the futures are still trading away. And the reason for that, of course, is the kind of the escalation, I suppose, in the row over Greenland between Europe and the US and tariffs. And that's what's causing this sell off. So you can see this by the VIX here, folks. It's jumped 20% today. And this is great for us. We love the VIX jumping. The reason for that is we love selling option premium. And so this is great. This is what we're looking to see. Because the US markets are closed today, folks, it's kind of something you're going to have to weigh up to yourself for those of investors outside of Europe using the IG index platform as to whether or not you want to trade it or see does this escalate, because we know the markets can sell off aggressively against tariff news. We do know that. So probably the more cautious investors would want to wait and see. But the great news is our premium is increasing. So that's the fourth point I want to make to you. So just flipping over to some of the European markets, because they are trading today. You can see every single one of them are in the red here. That's the UK down 0.5%, Germany down 1.2%, France down, the Irish stock market, and then kind of the Euro 50, the equivalent of the Dow Jones, I suppose, is down 1.9%. So pretty much everything is down here. And then if we start flipping into the commodity side, look what's happened silver after that big sell-off last week. We spoke about this, that we would book profits in as traders. Look at that, a big jump again today, back up. And that's because it's the flight to safety. Gold is getting a bid, obviously, today as investors are getting nervous again, up 1.6. That brings all the other metals up with it as well. So that's kind of what's going on in the markets at this moment in time. I just want to share with you on the IG index platform. So you can see here the US 500. So this is a chart of today here, obviously with the US stock market being closed. So just to remind you, the spread betting platform is based off futures prices. So you could actually trade that today if you wanted. And looking into our options trade, this is the one we were lining up, just a very short-term one. It's less than 2 weeks away now. The 6,500 strike, if we were going to trade it today, that's the one we'd be picking. That premium, folks, last Friday was down at about 5, because so you can see how much it's jumped since. So we're not ready to place this trade. I want to see how this plays out throughout the day and possibly see what happens to the market tomorrow. So if the rhetoric starts to increase today back and forth, this sell-off could intensify and it could be a great opportunity for us to sell premium. So we're just going to hold off for now. But I just wanted to highlight the trade that we're looking at, something that's expiring on Friday week. You know, in terms of return on investment at the rate we pay out on this, or we bet this basically, that's a 2% return on investment in 2 weeks, the way we would trade this. And it's tax-free for residents of the UK and Ireland. So we just wanted to make you aware of that. So I just wanted to give you this highlight, what's going on, what's the key drivers in the market. I think the cautious money will just stay out for now. Let's see how it plays out. But really that increase in volatility is great for us. And the final thing I just want to point out to you, if you go into our knowledge base, our option trading courses and our tax-free spread betting courses. So just looking at that, we've sorted them slightly different here, and we've come in like a get started guide here as well. And if you look at here, in our option strategies, for example, which a lot of you are interested, get started with option strategies. If you look at all of our strategies here, we have like a little cheat sheet here that tells you which strategy achieves what for you and where does it firm better for you in terms of probability of profit. And then these are little short links into the courses as well. So we've added a lot more courses on the spread betting side. So all the traditional option trading strategies are included there now. So if you look at here, we've got, you know, the long put, the bull call spread, the bear put spread, all in the tax-free environment. Moving back then onto our traditional option trading courses, we've also included a cheat sheet here. So if you click in here to your quick reference guide, and it's a link to the traditional option courses. So just a reminder, there's a big difference between spread betting options and using traditional options. And again, there's a little strategy matrix here that kind of outlines what each strategy is going to achieve, how you would structure it, and when it's best to play it. So implied volatility, folks, is the key here. So now that implied volatility is starting to pick up, we will look for strategies that do well with high implied volatility. So, for example, the short put is going to do better now than it did last week because implied volatility is kicking up. Uh, even if you're doing a covered call now on stock, now is a good time to sell calls if with implied volatility kicking up. So that's an example there, and you can, let's say for argument's sake, go, oh, I'm interested in the bull put spread. If you just click here, it's going to bring you into the bull put strategy course there if you want to go through that as well. Okay, if you have any questions, folks, as per usual, please don't hesitate to visit our website, sharenavigator.ie. Click on the bubble down here in the bottom left and just type in and ask us, chat with us if you want, or you can, members can send us a WhatsApp. Okay, thanks and bye for now.